Right. So, good evening and welcome to yet another enlightening webinar brought to you by ICHARS Support Foundation in collaboration with CareerNaksha. So, at ICHARS, we are committed to empowering coaches and mental health practitioners uh, to contribute to a happier, healthier, and more fulfilling world. We achieve this by providing comprehensive step by step trainings that equip them with advanced coaching and therapeutic skills. This in turn enables them to better serve their clients while achieving their professional and personal aspirations. So, this webinar is proudly brought to you by ICHARS Support Foundation, an integral non-profit branch of ICHARS. So, the core mission of ICHARS Support Foundation revolves around promoting mental health care, which is creating awareness, providing support, and offering education. We firmly believe that by enhancing public awareness, educating communities, and providing individuals with the right tools, we can foster optimal mental health for all. So today's webinar is made possible through our partnership with CareerNaksha, our valued collaborators in the field of career counseling. So joining us today is Dr. Abha Shashi Kumar. She is a career counselor and industrial psychologist. So
Good
ma'am,
evening.
I would request you to give a brief introduction about yourself and please start with the session.
Thank you, Shipper. First of all, good evening to all of you. And I'm very privileged that you have given me this opportunity to present my presentation in front of you. And I'm affiliated with CareerNaksha since last 5 years. And actually, I did my MSc PhD in clinical psychology in 86. That time there was no NHRC, no, nothing like that. And afterwards, I served as a women and child welfare officer for 10 years. And later on, in 96, I joined SAIL as industrial counselor. Then I did my guidance counseling diploma from Annamalai University and Christian Counseling Center, Vellore. And I've served in a village steel plant for 25 years. And in 2020, I was certified as a career counselor through CCI with Dr. Divakar Singh. And in 21, I met Nimish ji and I did my CareerNaksha certification course as a career counselor. And presently, I am working with my NGO called Samagra Family Development Center. And we are serving since last 22 years in integrated MP. And now Chhattisgarh has been separated as a state. It's a very fastly growing state. And as PM Shri has come in 22, 23, so we have covered about 20 schools, Navodayas and KVs in Chhattisgarh. And we have given our psychometric assistance to more than 20,000 students in 10th to 12th. Along with, we are having so many workshops uh, mental health and uh, anxiety development. Recently, I did my bullying and relationship management. There are some special programs for girl child also. We are having a program like STEM and holistic development of adolescents, as well as we are giving assistance to individual counseling through parenting. I am a certified parenting coach also, and it's a very much privilege on this occasion that I am sharing with you some of my experiences. As I observed that we are doing career counseling individually or online assistance. CareerNaksha has given us a series of tests, so make it easy and make it scientifically accessible and explain to the parents. But as far I was thinking about, there must be some mental health areas and some age-related issue of the children as they are facing through nowadays. That may also be focused through Career Naksha, as well as some parenting involvement, how parents can be helpful, because whatever we are doing, uh, parents will be the pillar of fulfilling the goals of the children. So later or sooner, we have to take help of parents. Many a times, some parenting issues, some parenting approach is also many a times involved in the development of children. So I have incorporated my this presentation in two parts. First, will be dealing with the changes of adolescence as well as amicable changes or atrocities our children are going through nowadays, and secondly, the role of parents in our development and choosing right career path for their children. So I will request Shifa to start my presentation. It's a small presentation. So
Yeah, sure.
probably this screen might be visible to all of you. Is this available?
Yeah, it is
Visible?
visible.
Thank you. So my topic is management of adolescence issues and why prudent parenting skills, because sort of investment when our parents they are doing with hardships and serving us with best of their resources and expectations with us. So as I told you, I'm a certified psychologist and counselor under CCI and CareerNaksha, and my institution is Samagra Family Development Center. We are working as CG branch of CareerNaksha. So here is our brochure. Our institute is we are 8 persons who have this um, conceived this concept of holistic services, because when I started working independently, I found that separate entities are working, but they are not having that cumulative effect on social society areas. So we are have covered about 6 areas where we are doing geriatric counseling, old age counseling, as well as family relationship counseling, adolescent and child counseling, and some HR issues of children also. We are experts in POXO, and I'm also a certified police counselor. So I'm having a team of 8 experts with me. One is the expert in geriatric area, Dr. Anjana Srivastava. Madam Janki Sharma is an expert, child guidance expert. She did her guidance from Bombay, and she was a certified member in Aga Khan Memorial, and she has given services to so many areas. She has written also 2 books on parenting, one in Hindi and another is in English. And two of persons are working as they are under college education. There is value and also uh, placement, employment and placement services are there. One of our psychiatrists, Dr. Akansha Dani, with us when some cases, when they are referred to her for some clinical assistance. As I told you that we are covering the adolescent girls also, and under the PM Shri, there is a very huge package for girls. So we are having a gynecologist with us, Dr. Meena Jain, and one of my friends, she is a lawyer, and we are working in POXO and so many legal assistance areas, as well as myself looking after the psychological and well-being area of children and young ones. So this is our brochure which we are using in Chhattisgarh. Most of the time, people are very much confused about their career choice, and mostly we do not talk much about it. Most of the time, people ask, "आप क्या बनना चाहते हैं? आप क्या करना चाहते हैं?" But expectations and uh, meeting these goals, these are two things. So goals may be high, but our achievement can be step by step. So here we are approaching our colleges, schools, institutions, and as well as in HR area also some professional selection area we are supporting. And here you will see most of the time we are taking subjects, we are never taking planning for our future. Generally we follow the crowd, or we do not choose by influence of others, particularly in peer age group. And parents limitations are also there, or parents expectations are many a times with the children, and we are tempted by current trends. And generally nowadays everybody is running for this AI and data science and cyber, but irrespective of the career interest area of the child. And most of the time we are selecting this career, whatever if जो मिल जाए वही वाला वाली बात हो जाती है. So actually the expectation and our achievement, the career and interest, they are both equally running vice versa. If career is up to our interest area and our preference area, definitely our excellence will be there. And most of the time change of profession, change of discipline, change of streams, change of colleges, these are mostly just because of the lack of proper selection of the career. So as we know, adolescence, it's a we called it a turmoil stage or stage of transference from childhood to adulthood. Here in this stage, we generally, in psychology, we divide it into 3 areas. First area is early adolescence, is about 12 to 15 years, where 6 to 8th class students. You find that there are so much anxiety issues are so much academically, physically, in group area, or some. Teachers' behavior. Many a times we often confront with the parents' meeting. Many a times teachers complain that he is very over anxious, or he is always in hurry, or he's always. So there are so many anxiety issues very common with children also, because we are also doing one-to-one counseling in schools nowadays. Episode of expression and requiem acts means there will be the extreme area. Either they will be very happy or they will be very low. Requiem means they will doomed many a times. It doesn't mean that they are not knowing the things, that they are not getting the things properly. But many a time the selection of proper words, selection of proper expression, and selection of proper timing. Many a times, even the intelligent children are also not able to respond in group. They may be feeling quite relaxed when they are attended personally. So there are so many issues. Healthy role models, they're searching outside the home most of the time. Some teacher, some senior, some player. Nowadays, you see that they are fascinated by cricketers or some role models, some outer persons, even some this unsocial elements are glorified. Many a times, these early adolescents, they are very much fascinated on such. And most important is they want to break the dependence on parental figures. So they want to, most of the time, they want to behave much elder to their age. So many a time, uh, parents are also very much inhibitive that he may commit, or he may be very much adventurous, or he may be risking some his life or some assets. So that time also the question of autonomy, it is very much happen in these early stages. In middle age, the subject liking begins. That's why we go here for this aptitude test. Vocational choices begins. Enriching of linguistic and reasoning is there. They question the values. Uh, they try to get into the questions. They ask so many questions to parents as well as teachers. Many a time they are in hurry of knowing everything in a small time. So most of the time they are not that much encouraged many a times, and they may be behaving little professor up to their age. So that time we have to be very careful. And patterns to calm down the eagerness, it is very different, and they will be busy in fuzzing over some things. They will be destroying properties. They will be doing some mischiefs with their friends. These are all just because of the eagerness. They want to know each and everything with a small package of time or attempt. So many a times their knowledge enrichment is very important. That's why aptitude test, which we use in 14 to 16 years, from 8 to 10th standard, this attitude, it develops in this area, of middle adolescence. As for the late adolescence is concerned, this is a very turmoil stage, because identity versus adversity. As you see, there is a model of social psychological development. There are 8 stages. So in later this adolescence, children are very much individualistic developing. They are fixing the things at their own. They are getting things from groups on values and society, but they are filtering this knowledge through their individuation. And the vulnerability is very high to face a crisis to personal identity or adversity. Or that time they may be plugged, or they are not doing up to, or they are not getting through competitions. That may be very big cause of all these this attempted cause of suicides and eloping from the families, on running away from the homes. All these are due to this vulnerability, because this time he is very ego conscious. Identity problem and chaotic self development issues means they are a little bit confused about their personality. There is a very different image of self image is developing in this stage very fast. So many a time they want to be preventive about themselves. Whenever they are little bit argued or little bit questioned, they become very offensive, many a time unwilling or disinterested, and many a time they try to isolate, withdraw, or they may be rebellious in situations also. So through these area, our career test, aptitude test, and learning style, these 3 tests we generally use. Uh, online also and offline also. So here we see the crystallization stages of development. So we are dealing with uh, the growth concern is there up to early adolescence, and from middle adolescence the explanation and ideas they are concretizing. This is called concretization of ideas, thoughts, and self-image. That's why we are giving here aptitude and career test. And second stage, third stage is the establishment stage where we go for some professional selection, professional enrichment, and in HR training also we are dealing through CareerNaksha, and rest of the time is maintenance and stability. Along with this career test, I will like to tell you that there are some factors which affect the vocational choice of the child. Most of the time, family, there are some rituals or traditional traits, maybe there, traditional practices, maybe there, they may be infatuating the child. Socio-economic level where they are not able to plan their expensive or so-called just like commercial pilot and all these streams which are little bit expensive. So these socio-economic burden, they may be little bit diminishing the resources or career choice of the child. Individual ability is also important, which we are going through this learning style and aptitude test. Industrialization, reach of the facilities, location of the residents, or many times residential schools are set up only for this industrialization, means the development of the vocational and this career choices for the students. Public policies as well as vocational adjustment of the student, it is very important. Many a time people enter such vocational areas where they need to be very much vigilant or physically active, but they may not be able to go through vocational adjustment. As well as the vocational mastery is very important when we go for our PGs, UGs, PGs, and specialization. So that time this vocational choices and career selection is very important. General issues of nowadays, or what our teenagers are facing, they are mostly with the uh, firstly, the lack of socialization and lack of expression. Most of the time is spending on social medias. Many a times they are little bit confused about their self images, and mostly the family dynamics, because there is a imbalance between the values and the traditional areas where family expect the child to behave fit in the area of their expectation. Isolation is a very big phenomenon nowadays. uh, During individual counseling, I have found so many persons, particularly in hostel setup like Navodayas, isolation area and anxiety area is very high from sixth standard of the children. And firstly, there may be separation anxiety, but later on it is a non-performance or lacking in performance or not getting proper recognition from the area. That may be also a big issue. Social media is the biggest challenge nowadays. Children are very much involved in. There are so many cyber security or so many cyber uh, extortions and exploitation is going on. Lastly, some issue of this area of uh, mental health area, you will find that they are feeling separated, hostile with family or caretakers. They may be feeling stigma, or they may be feeling rejected very easily. So all these area, online security issues, generally parents are not aware, and it's a issue, mandatory now. Every child is on social media, they are getting there. So we have to be a little bit careful about. So that's why we go for doing some sort of questionnaires with our students along with career counseling. And this is about SWOT analysis. There is a questionnaire, approved questionnaire of UNICEF, which is a called Child Youth Mental Health Questionnaire. It is applicable to 8 to 18 years of the child. Most of the children they can be. Here we are taking the 6 areas of the children. It's a general screening. Everybody can do it. It's a standard format where some anxiety, uh, observation issues, sensitivity issues, cranky or some disinterest issue, and mostly the disinterest and isolation issue. These 6 areas are taken, and later on we use some standard question called scared also. It's related with the sixth area of the personality area. And here the scoring of it's a very simple 0, 1, 2. You can find this on internet also. It is called scared screen of child anxiety related disorders. It's very simple test where we are getting six areas of the child, and they are generally of anxiety disorder, panic disorder, GAD, general anxiety disorder, separation anxiety, and social anxiety, and school avoidance. These six areas we can take uh, from the child from age 8 to 18. So they may also be a very big issue, which is because it is disturbing the parents as well as caretaker also. So for every child, we go for SWOT analysis, but he has to know about his strengths. So through this questionnaire, we can get the little bit area where teachers and parents can strengthen the area which child is little bit lacking somewhere. So we are concerned about his strength and opportunities area, and we are assisting him for his weakness or coexisted threats which may be in meeting with his personal area. So here the career development can be divided into four dimensions. First is the know ourselves. So all these tests we are using this learning style, aptitude test, and all this to know about our wellness, our potential, our interest, and our value area. Exploration we options we go through career guidance. We are giving all the detailed charts, different stream based area where the child can do after 10th or 12th or after graduation. So options are explored, and how he can get focused. We can fix it through teachers and as well as parents, and planning some um, self study and self focused time management schedule for the child. For take action area after 12th, we are planning them for their career path, career orientation, as well as career options also. Through CareerNaksha, we are providing 12th, after 12th plus students, we are giving them career counseling, different course structures as well as fees structure, along with our this National Career Services portal of Government of India. It is also giving so many ideas of fees structure and taking assistance from petty loans for parents as well as the student. So we can take the help of the persons, those who can do our all over her development stage of student. Next is as we know, this is the time of NCS 2020. So here the model for psychosocial well-being in the schools and colleges, it has been divided into four types. And first is the mental well-being, through which we are working through counseling, guidance, and so many this dissemination of knowledge and school community, well, role of teachers plus all mentors. This is here. At second, we are doing as mental health knowledge, and we are planning making them through counseling and guidance worker. Thirdly, we are doing for psychosocial problems, as children are going through so many problems. Either they are isolated, they are hyperactive, they are truant many a time, bullying and seducing others. There are so many problems which are can be helped through psychosocial problems through counselor or guidance worker. Many schools now they are having some this technical or some special educators also, that they can also help some borderline children also, because borderline children are, and there is a right to education quota also in the schools. So these children they need some special attention. Along with this is severe issues that can be taken with a professional, some clinical psychologist, and if it is feasible with the help of parents, we can refer to psychiatrist. But in my experience, out of these 12,000 or 13,000 cases, hardly I have referred 10 to 12 cases to a psychiatrist. Most of the time, with the help of parenting, as you see, it's the art of nurturing, and it is a art of praising, reflecting the emotions, giving a child quite easy with imitation and description and enjoyment. Every moment of the childhood is shared with the parents since beginning. So here we see that positive parents with the toddlers spending most of the time with the children. Nowadays, families are nuclears. Most of the time, parents are working. They are not getting proper time from their caretakers. Most of the time, some substitute caretaker or crutches and so many areas where children are living. So the first need of unconditional love and recognition of the child, it is little bit shared somewhere or it is little bit diminished. So here we see the positive of parenting is this, that every parent behind we find that we are having some boundaries, some dogmatic values, but as well as we try to share the love and faith with our children. So here we see the most of the time the five parenting styles are there generally, because most of the time when we find some critical issue of children where the parenting assistance or parental resistance may be sometime, and there may be even sometimes some relationship issue between parents as well as in-laws, or so many areas are inclined there. So we are not going in that area much because it's a issue of some relationship counselor. But being accommodation help, we can take the help from the father and mother, because most of the time they may be having different parenting style. One may be authoritarian, other may be authoritative, some may be pervasive, some may be totally uninvolved. So this resultant of parenting of both the persons, because he needs both mother and father, but their parenting style may be different. So for this, we find that it is not mandatory that the males will be authoritative and mother will be authoritarian or permissive. It may be vice versa. Many a times, even female, they may be very much authoritative, and they are very much sometimes they are supportive, but as well as they are very rigid about their values. And many a time, authoritarian father may be sometimes be unsupportive, and permissive parents where their children are getting autonomy and they are having expressive responsiveness, whatever they feel like they are doing at their own. Sometimes in joint families or some in-laws or some old persons, there also this problem comes many so many children, because there is a lack of responsibility, lack of emotional empathy for others. Many a times it has been reported. And the worst area of uninvolved, where everybody is engaged in his work. And as you see in family, if four persons are sitting in a room, they are having their four gadgets in their hand and they are doing their work. So here we see the ideal of the parenting, parent-child relationship. It starts with the respect, trust. And if the disrespect is there, physical or mental abuse is there, child has been abused, he has been compared, or he has been not given proper attention, and many times he may be very much physically given so much many facilities, but he may be not be emotionally attended well. So that may turn into a disrespect, and it leads to the poor communication. Most of the time, either parents are not available, and when they are available, there will not be a very conducive communication facilitation for each other. And this codependency which child is having with on his parents, that will be disfigured. And lastly, the mistrust arises, and he will be more inclined to other persons, some caretaker or some outsiders, or many a time he will be developing some unexplained distance from the parents also. So we see the parenting is also having three phases. First is the relationship, socio-cultural areas, where different children from the different background, different families, they meet each other. Children, they are fascinated with other cultures. Mostly you see they like others' lunchbox, others' upbringing, others' parents. They are comparing that their parents are very well behaved. They are speaking in English. They are very prompt. Mothers are coming to take the child on cars, and you are taking me on foot. You are not receiving me. You are not coming in my parents' day or my annual day. All this happens because it is a cross-cultural relationship, and socio-cultural interaction and intermixing is there. That's why we are living in a cosmopolitan culture now, and all children, all families, all social values, they are exchanged. So children are very much fascinated, and they are very much ignorant and they are mixing other things. But most of the time, parents are a little bit innovative of some boundaries or some issues. So they may be given a very conducive and very trustworthy atmosphere. And as they grow up, they are having socialization, different interpersonal areas, relationship, socialization, respect, give and take, reciprocation, um, obeying, and the ideas, social rituals, different planning, different areas. And as the child grow up, the role of parents in upbringing of their career decisions of their children is started. So here we go for the how parents can help. We have also to see through is because parents shall be little bit giving space and they shall be very innovative. So I have made it that firstly they shall be listening to the interest of their children. They shall be honest about their words. If they are able to do or they are not able to do, some alternatives may be selected from the children. Anxiety of the isolation, most of the time we are having hardly single or two children with us. So most of the time the fear of isolation from the child is equally with the parent as well as with the child. So we have to develop curiosity in our child. We have to discuss openly with our child, embrace the information, taking help, and be involved in some model good network skill, having some innovative and facilitative resources for the help of our children. So that way we can go for this different area of the NEP because it is not only the educational excellence or performance or getting some good profession, it's about nurturing the whole holistic development of the personality. So here we all have to work as well as support all one to each other because here not only the academic structure, curricular reform, strategic pedagogy, the teaching reforms, so many institutions, I'm going to so many AMET classes in educational institutions, so many innovations are going for the experimentation of making things easy and planning the interest of the children, multilingualism from primary, the mother tongue is mandatory in every state. Strategic assessment, many a time short term, long term. Many a time in PM Shri schools, there is a series of exams is going on, like SAFL for 6th to 8th students, for 9th to 10th girls, there is a STEM where science, technology, electronics, and mathematics. It is being encouraged for girl child because most of the girls they are opting for arts or commerce classes. So this way they are thrusting over the holistic development, and for that we have to be go for continuous professional development. Even the child, if it is he is forced to take some career or he is doing some compromise and making a choice just for an interim, he may be always be supported for constant development of his professional development because there is always a room for making corrections and getting excellence. So my friends, I will like to sum up my inputs here, and we are having our own website. You can see our activities as well as our address also. Anytime, anyway, anywhere we can be helpful to any of you. We will be always be available. Thanks to all of you. If there is some question or some query, we will be going for some interaction, please. Thank you.
See you all next week, and ma'am, see you in the next session with career.
Is there any query
All
we
right,
can go for
session
that?
over here. Sorry, ma'am.
Somebody wants to have some interaction or some query?
So if they will be
If
having
there's
any
some,
question, they'll drop the question in the comment box.
okay, ma'am. Thank you for giving me this opportunity and very
All
much
right.
supportive for me.
Thank you so
Thank you. Hope to see you soon.
much, ma'am. For
Thank you. Thank you. Okay, ma'am. Good evening to all of you. Thank you.
sure, sure. Thank you so much, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.